are here at Splitsville where you can eat, drink, bowl, and play. Josh, what makes this facility so special?
We're not your typical bowling alley. In addition to 10-pin bowling, we have a full arcade games room, a 12-hole mini golf course, and a large sports bar.
Cool. Can you walk me through some more features here?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me show you around.
Yeah, sure.
So our first stop is at the lanes, where we have 40 lanes of 10-pin bowling with comfortable sofa seating, and our digital scoring system provides some interactive options, including games such as Angry Birds, which is fun for all of the family. You can even order food and drink right at your lane.
Love that. Better Angry Birds than Angry Bowling. And after a competitive game of bowling, you can come to some other locations in the building to play and have fun.
Yeah, so bowling's just the beginning of fun. Over here is Putter's Paradise, our tropical-themed 12-hole mini golf course. You can have some friendly competition with the family and enjoy indoor mini golf surrounded by some palm trees. And just steps away is our 8,000 square foot arcade. It's fun for all of the family, and we have more than 60 games here, ranging from your traditional skee ball to your multiplayer virtual reality.
Wow, you could really just have an entire day of fun here. I'm getting a little hungry, so let's go to the next spot. After working up quite an appetite, you can come to the bar and lounge, eat some food, drink some drinks, and watch some sports.
Yeah, welcome to 710 Social, our bar and lounge within the bowling centre. We have a full menu here with some delicious appetizers, chicken fingers, pizza and burgers. And our happy hour Monday to Friday has some great deals on food and drink.
That sounds so delicious. I might have to do that a little bit later, but on to our last stop of the day. Wow, this is fancy. Definitely not your average bowling alley.
Yeah, the atmosphere here really sets the tone for making some good memories with the family. And our VIP area has 8 lanes available for private parties, corporate events, or just because.
Thank you so much for showing me around today. I'm excited to get bowling, gotta get changed, gotta get my shoes on, and get a lesson while I'm at it. Time to get my shoes on, my game on. I've got John with me, a Splitsville teammate, and he's going to teach me the basics of bowling. So before we actually pick up a ball and throw it, I want to know the basics of 10-pin bowling.
Well, welcome, Christina. I'm happy to go over some basics for you. You know what? Let's start with the bowling balls themselves. All the balls usually typically have a weight on the side or a number on the side. That number represents the weight of the ball itself. So for us, we typically would always recommend a lighter bowling ball for the lighter kids, a little bit heavier. It's also, as you go up the weights, the size, the hole in the ball actually changes depending on the size of your fingers.
Okay, noted. So I'm gonna go for the lighter balls
Always
for sure.
Absolutely suggest that first, definitely.
So that's the balls. What about the lanes themselves?
Yeah, so when you're actually out at the lanes itself, we're just going to point out a couple things for you. This is actually called the approach. This is the area where you're leading up to bowl. When you get to the lanes itself, there's going to be a dotted line. That's called the foul line. You don't want to pass that. There's oil, it's slippery, it's wet, and that's also when you pick up a bowling ball, sometimes you notice that it's a little oily. That's because the lanes itself.
Okay, easy peasy. Good to know. So the basics are the ball, the lanes, and what about the things at the back? What are they called again?
Yeah, so again,
the pins.
That's what you're essentially trying to hit. You're trying to hit the pins down. So when you're actually bowling, you get 2 shots. One, if you get a strike, which is getting all the pins down at the same time, you only get that 1 shot. Whereas if you throw the ball, you knock down a few of the pins, you'll have a second opportunity to either spare up or maybe get a gutter ball like me every time. But yeah, and ultimately also what you're looking for is when you're throwing them at the pins, you'll see that there's arrows on the lanes. Just kind of use those as a direction for you as well.
What are some common mistakes that beginners usually make? Because I know for me, it's getting it in the gutter every single time. I'm not really good at getting it straight, but I'm sure there are a few others.
Oh, so you're like me as well then, okay, perfect.
Yes.
So for me, it's at that point, it's about the size, the weight of the ball itself, and how you're physically holding. Some people, and just to show you, like to hold it with 2 fingers in the hole with the thumb on the side. Some people like to hold it directly like this and throw and kind of curl the ball.
Oh, without actually putting their fingers in.
Yeah, so for, when we're going back to that basics and those beginners, always suggesting 2 fingers at the hole, 1 in the thumb as you hold and roll the ball down.
Well, John, I think I'm ready to bowl. What are you going to be teaching me out there?
I feel like you're ready. We've gone through the basics. Let's get this started. So I'm actually going to get another teammate, Emil, who's going to demonstrate you how to do the physical bowling and show you that.
All right, well, I think I'm ready to bowl. Precious.
So as I mentioned earlier on the basics, we always want to start with that weight of the bowling ball, right? So
Okay.
why don't you pick what you feel most comfortable for you?
You said kids are at the 9. Maybe I'm gonna go for like
I would say,
10.
yeah, the blue is at 10 weight, at 10 pounds.
10. Okay. Feels nice. It's a little heavy, but.
So if you don't mind, we'll get you just to start by throwing a ball and we'll go from there to see how you're doing, okay?
Okay, here I go. First one. I feel like my form was so bad.
He's got 2 fingers in the hole, 1 in the thumb. And what he's doing as he's kind of setting up is he's looking at the floor, kind of assessing those arrows, and before he throws the bowling ball.
Oh, incredible. So I noticed the first time I actually went in with 3 fingers like this, whereas Emil went in with 2 fingers here. Why is that?
So that's to give you a little bit more stability, structure on the ball while you're throwing. So as you kind of throw it down, you've got a little bit more structure there for you.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. The 10 pounds a little bit heavy.
Let's get you a little 9 there for you.
A little 9 there. Okay, let's try this one with more stability, a little bit of a roll, and
Oh,
come on! I got one. I got one. So I think another important thing about bowling is probably follow through. What's the best method? Do you kind of go all the way through, put your arm back? What do you think?
so for me, when I'm personally bowling, and what I would suggest always is the full throw. And what I'm saying is not only is it your hand, but sometimes people also like to kick out their leg to give them that stability and that structure of balance when you're bowling as well.
Okay, so like my leg to the side?
Yeah, a little
Okay.
kick out there for you.
Let me try that.
Sure thing, I'd
All
like to
right.
see it.
I'm already sweating. Hold on. Gotta put this down. All right, here we go. 1, 2. No, come on. No, this way. Ah. Ah. Okay. Don't think, just go.
You got this.
Wow, come on!
Look at that, look at that, if I may. Good job.
Thank you, John, for teaching me the basics. I think it's more about practice now, so I'm gonna go a couple times and see how I do.
Absolutely.
I will get to a strike today. I will do it. Oh! Wow, bowling is really easy when you have a good editor. And before we go, it's time to party. Woo! I got a strike! Woo, 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 woo! I got a strike. I'm a pro baller now. Pro baller. Bowling baller. I'm getting so good at this. Woo! I had a great time at Splitsville today learning how to bowl, and I'd say I aced it. If you're looking for somewhere to spend your spare time, head to splitsville.ca.